this same practice for healing purposes as well. You feel me, Joe? Motherfucker got sore back or anything. This is subtle energy. How to create subtle energy. I'm pretty sure people know about the chi ball, but I activate the hand chakras, and it's a process. You feel me? It's very quick. What I do is take the thumb, do like that for like 10 times. You know, on each hand, 10 times. If you do it, you'll notice too. Matter of fact, if y'all in the comments try this, I'm finna release your subtle energy, and and if you practice with this, you move physical objects without touching them. This is called telekinesis. So 10 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do this for like 10, 15 seconds. 2, 3, 4. What this does, this get the energy flowing, and this ain't no pseudoscience. You're gonna feel the energy in your hand, and you're gonna be like, yo, I know I can utilize this energy. And that go to a different part of the, you feel me, of the breakdown. So after you do that, you wanna face the palms forward and twist the wrist like this. That's it. After this, do this for like 10 seconds. That's it. I can feel the energy in my hand right now. This is great for healing purposes and telekinesis. It may be great for other things too. You're going to feel a tingling sensation in your hand. All in your palms is going to be like pulsating. You feel me? And your fingertips is going to be tingling. Your palms is going to be pulsating. And this is how you activate the hand chakra. Like my fingertips, they feel like, it ain't even like an uncomfortable feeling. It just feel like I know it's energy there. And that energy is subtle energy. So you feel, and then if you want to, you start making your chi ball. Start developing your chi ball. You feel me? However you want to do it, shit. But this is how you activate your hand chakras. And this is like, it's deep, bro. Because if we practice doing taking these prerequisite steps, a motherfucker will be advanced in telekinesis. They'll be at the head of their class. You feel me? But, and that's very important because the way I teach is I got a formula. It's called EIE. Empathy plus EIE equals TK. That's empathy plus intention plus energy equals telekinesis. So empathy plus intention plus energy equals telekinesis. We develop an empathetic connection with the object. This is the visualization process. You feel me, Joe? Before we even start to project the energy or raise the intention. Now we raising the intention, which is the I part. Raise the intention while losing the thought. You feel me? Now that's the E part, which is the energy part. Now you have to project that energy out because as you raise your intention, your energy is going to build up. Learn how to project it out. And it's deep though, like you said, through practice, man. All of us have telekinetic abilities, but most of us don't have the time to develop them. This takes consistent practice. You feel me? Like hours a day, every day. You feel me?
Yeah. A few months back, I did a video. This question that's up in the box now. I did a video, and I was reaching out to Dane Calloway to secure records, our records that go way back.
They got them in the Vatican, don't they?
Not those. These are here on our land. They in the national parks. The biggest archive is in it's in the Plains states. I think it's in Missouri. But anyway, in the video I was going over showing where our family books was, or our family grimoire. Family grimoire, or we call them our family's book of life. And this is where where our books end is where their system picks up.
So right? that's that family Bible that people used to have, and that's where they get that concept from.
Right. So the Bible was the transitional book. But before the Bible came over here, we was keeping records in the family book. It was just called the family book. Some people called it Big Mama book. But this is how we kept track of who would be born when, based on the day they was born and the day they left. Doulas submit the information. Every family's supposed to have their own doula center.
Mm.
For the women, we ain't supposed to go to the hospital in front of these spotlights to have babies. We ain't supposed to do that. That's what they be saying. It's the same as being in black when they flash you. When they say they seen the bright light that erased their memory. This is what they talking about.
Mm.
But the memory is it's pieced together in a way that you're not really realizing that that bright light you seen that erased your memory was in the motherfucking delivery room.
That's wild. Yeah, me and my girl, we keep talking about just making sure we tap in with a doula, because it's really unnatural when you just sit down and think about it. They got us doing a lot of unnatural stuff, even the toilets we sit on. You know what I mean?
Women supposed to have an option for what you call a water birth or a dry birth, right? The ones who brought Admiralty law is called a water birth or a dry dock, right? So it's still the same thing, but they took control of our birthing process. They switching our babies, and as children, they know who they is and who they. When they steal your baby when it's born, it make sure that while your wife incapacitated, they don't switch the baby out with a dead baby and tell her it was stillborn. Well, at this point, they know where they sending this baby. They know what family, because they doing this nature nurture experiment with the human. Been doing it the whole time, part of the eugenics program, right? We blazed the shit out of Margaret Sanger stinking ass about eugenics, right? But the eugenics doctrine was written by Enki for the purification of the blood of the righteous.
And
right?
they flipped it like everything else.
Yep, they turned it around and used it backwards against us.
I hate to keep bringing that that goddamn show up, but Lovecraft Country, boy, that's just,
it's all in there.
It is.
American Gods too.
Yep.
It's all in there.
Yo, Orlando.
That's what they made those. Yeah, all that was to show you who we was, and that all of the masters that's ever been on Earth is born in America during the close of the age to close this shit out. This is how the Eritrean Nipsey Hussle reincarnated Haile Selassie end up in California. How the fuck that happened? But don't nobody know he Lil Rah-Rah from Outlaw, because they don't know how to pay attention. If you remember in the beginning of Outlaw, he said, Lil Rah-Rah, what you gonna be when you grow up? He said, man, I'm gonna be an outlaw. That's Nipsey. 11-year-old, that's 11-year-old Nipsey.
And then his whole message.
Look, Nipsey.
So that
Nipsey
wise beyond your ear, wise beyond your age, is always a reincarnation type of thing. Because Nipsey been wise beyond his age since. Just going back watching some of his younger videos, like he was too wise for.
Look, he was under the tutelage of Tupac when he was like 7, 6, or some shit like that. And Tupac still called him and talked to him to this day.
Damn.
He had to call him in Eritrea right now because he had to be extracted because they was trying to murder him for real. We just couldn't let that shit happen.
So I seen this video because you said they still talk to each other. So I seen a video saying that Pac is like a kill the MC, even Biggie's still alive, and who else was it? And
kill the MC, not Tupac, but Tupac was at All Eyes on Me premiere with Shock G in Hollywood movie makeup.
Yeah, and then the last one was Eazy-E. Those three, it like showed a video of those three together randomly. Some all in where they say Tupac.
Eazy-E was one of the chiefs, one of the chiefs from the West Coast. His number is 88. That's the City Queen. If anybody do something to Eazy-E for real, if Eazy-E, they not finna kill Eazy. That'll make their whole fraud be exposed instantly. When the 88 City Queen, that means that he got the blessing of the High Queen on the land. Right? So they can't touch him. He's one of the what you call untouchables. You can kill him, but it's going to be severe consequences if you do. And if you the opposition, you know you're not supposed to kill him, so you're going to try to get one of us to do it.
Mm.
Right? And that's how they've been getting away with it, because they've been using us to kill us.
That's a good question, Temple by Nia. So she said, so every person was a chief or something close. Basically, if you make it a celebrity status, you've already.
Yeah, so all of these celebrities that come out of our community was the chiefs in going undercover. Since the 70s, we started infiltrating Hollywood to use the big screen and to use the music industry to expose what was being done on the land. We know how to put the music, put the message on the drum. Listen to the music of the 70s. It'll be telling you in the 60s, 50s, Sam Cooke had a song, a gospel song. And he said, Lord, there's a message in every song we sing.
Mm.
Right? Then the OJs come along in the 70s and say, there is a message in our music. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Gil Scott said the revolution will not be televised. And he told us to look for the ghetto code. Did it eat that?
In the music.
Yes. Because what he was doing, that's called scatting.
Mm-hmm. In jazz.
Right. And the spin-off, the scat, is what we call the knockback. The knockback worked like this. Did it eat that? Remember, there's a song came from Germany in the early 80s called Din Da Da.
Oh,
din da da, dum do do, din da da.
Uh-huh.
Right, that's the scat on the ghetto code. Why is this fucking German using our ghetto code coming from Germany, making that shit into a hit over here? The only person in Germany that knew our code was named Adolf Hitler.
He did. He called his guys Jews.
He the only one who knew our code. And you can't teach it to nobody because it has to be part of your DNA. It got to be part of it, got to be in your DNA, or else it's not going to resonate and you're not going to never catch it.
Right.
Right? So now, let's go back to the beginning of hip-hop. Remember, it's a message in the music. Who started hip-hop? What was their names? A couple of the founding fathers.
What's the, not cool in there?
Grandmaster Cool Herc.
Grandmaster Cool Herc.
Grandmaster Flash.
Mm-hmm.
Grandmaster Melly Mel. Grandmaster Cool C. Grandmaster Cool C. Right? Now, the question at this point, if hip-hop is founded by all these grandmasters, what in the fuck is these niggas grandmasters of?
Mm-hmm. What lodge are the grandmasters with?
Now, that's the question to ask. Because now we talking about Nation of 5% Gods and Earths. Clarence 13X, who was murdered by some niggas. They look like us, but they ain't us. So when the 5%ers come out, Rakim, X-Clan, Redhead Kingpin, Poe-Righteous Teachers, Q-Tip, all these motherfucking 5%ers is flooding the music industry with ghetto code. If they flood the music industry with ghetto code, go back to the 91 Ice Cube interview with the news reporter, and she was asking about gangster rap. He said, we don't see ourselves as gangster rappers. We see ourselves more like reporters. We just giving a report to the public on what's going on in our community.
Right.
Yeah.
So they really dancing with the devil to try to figure out, get the cheat codes. Bro, that fucking show gave away everything. I already knew it gave away a lot, but it was the same thing. He went back into the lodge knowing that they would try to use him to gain more access to higher level realms, but he needed to get the information so he can get it back to his people. Right.
Now, what did Tupac say? Now, this is like 2 or 3 years apart. Tupac said that I don't know what the solution is, but I know this. If I keep talking about the dirt in the community and how bad it is in the community, somebody got to come along and clean that shit up.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that what he said? Right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Now, every time you run into a major hip hop issue, where do all of the rappers go?
You said when it comes to a major hip hop issue, where the rappers go?
Yeah. Who do they go to solve their problems?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you talking about Jay?
I'm gonna give you a clue. Second round knockout, Cannabis. I'll let you kick a verse. Fuck it. I'll let you kick them all. Then wait for your studio audience to depart. Then I kick you when you're growing sticky for your Vanguard award in front of your first, second, and third born. Have your wife get on the horn called Minister Farrakhan so he can squash this. I said, no, he started this. He forgot what a hardcore artist is. Who did he call? Who did he tell his wife to call?
Oh, Farrakhan.
A few of you in a few smoke-filled rooms, right, making plans while the brown, yellow, black, white, poor, struggling are suffering. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Right. That ain't no coincidence. Farrakhan was a violinist. He got a love for music. That means that if it's a message coming on the music, he can catch it if don't nobody else catch it.
Mm. So that's what MJ was doing when he was that he was sending codes.
All that's codes.
Yo, that's wild.
Yep. So the chiefs move around on the land and relocate regularly to find out how to read different parts of the culture from different parts of the land. This is why I end up having residents at different times on multiple places on the land. I done lived in Mississippi. I done lived in Tennessee, Georgia, Delaware, New York, New Jersey, Chicago, Michigan, because I have to become familiar with the different ghetto codes across the land so I could put all of the pieces together to see who don't belong here. And this is how we was able to communicate messages from as far back as 1492 to now without never losing the integrity of the message, because it's already in the public domain. So all we got to do is tell everybody where the original message at. So when you go back to the arrival of the conquistadors in South America, the elders said they didn't see no ships. Why would they say that when they know what a ship looked like? Because they've been trading with West Africa and they've been trading with East Asia for thousands of years. They know what ships look like. The settlers blamed it on their cognitive dissonance. But our elders knew the strategy they were already implementing at that time. So they made sure that it was...
Love to oppress y'all more, but we have to go now. That's the same thing. That's the summary of what the Indigenous Rights Act is. Right? So once all of these things come in, like they wasn't talking about the Indigenous Rights Act in the Moorish community a year ago.
How long has it been out? Because I literally just came across it this year when you mentioned it.
Yeah, the first one came out, I think it was like 2014 United Nations.
Yeah, that's a while ago.
Yeah, come on. And the other one was 2017 for the United States.
That's still a while ago. And people just now hearing about it.
No, it's certain people that's heard about it, but when I start explaining to them what it is, more people start to investigate it. They didn't know what it was.
I refilled that big little thing down there with those.
Okay, good looking at you.
My pops tied in the roof in the jungle.
Yeah, there's no more cans. This was the last can.
Okay.
My fault, y'all. I ain't mean to hide the comments. Some comments I gotta click show. I changed the settings later. My fault, guy. Go ahead.
Yeah. So we can go to the next question now.
Second question was Yeah, from Sister Solaris. So what can we do in our communities to get the ball rolling?
Get as many of the elder women together as you can, and y'all become your city council. The mayor position is a matriarch position. That's why it's called mayor. Mayor is a female horse. And the March of the Mayors always lead the culmination of a meeting of the grants with the grand matriarch. Right now, they don't do it that way. In their system, the mayor doesn't have the stroke that they used to have. Your mayor, all of the mayors in a territory, they call them states now. So all the mayors in the state used to go to the capital to meet with the grand matriarch of that territory or state. They call it a governor, right? The governor is the meaning of the Ottoman term "bey," right? So the governor normally had a governor and lieutenant governor, which was a matriarch and a chief. The matriarch was the governor. The chief was the lieutenant governor who presented everything to the public. Right? Now, when all of the grand matriarchs from every territory come together, right, they form a different council. We call it a Senate or Congress. Right? That's the de facto corporation's version of it. Right? But we used to call it the meeting of the matriarchs or the matriarchal council, the council of the grand matriarch, depending from which part of the land we came from.
So another question tying into community is, so what should we as the daughters of tribes be doing? Does that just go back to the whole becoming city council?
Right. It goes back to the same thing.